Hey, can anybody tell me what the #1 pick scored last night? How about the #2 pick?
I don't even know who they are.
The #3 pick?
Alex R. Reed Shepard, #3 pick.
I got a better one for you. How about the top 15? Anybody else in the lot?
No. So nobody knows nothing about the top 15 picks in NBA. That is the problem here.
I went in the locker room trying to show him love. He dissed me. He threw shade at me. I'm like, what the fuck I do?
You ready, B?
You feel me? Like, if you played, he played half the clip. His little minions over here trashing me and shit. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm trying to
cruising down the west side.
Nigga, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you?
The 03 Bronny and Clyde.
He's talking about you right now. The locker room. He said all the players are trash.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just tuned in to a segment that I came across my feed on Twitter from Gil's Arena, and they were obviously discussing Bronnie James and this clown, Rashad McCants. He was getting absolutely destroyed in this particular segment because he's been overly critical of Bronnie James. Right now, we've seen a lot of people, a lot of bogus content creators on, YouTube, wherever. They're doing the same thing, right? They've built platforms, off the backs of, LeBron James, and now they're, using his son Bronny to make even more content on, the James family. Right now, I've been on record saying, listen, we're not going to be talking much about Bronny this season because it's already been told to us that Bronny is going to spend most of the season in the G League, right? So he's not even really going to be on the Lakers this season. So I guess these guys are trying to squeeze out as many Bronny James clips as they can right now before, there won't be much to talk about with Bronny once the season starts, right? So yeah, they were going in, Rashad was, on Bronny James. Gilbert Arenas, him and the rest of the panel, they pretty much got on Rashad's ass for pretty much, dick riding Bronny James and not covering the other top picks in this year's NBA draft.
I'm not gonna let nobody pick on a 19-year-old kid, dog.
Like people like
he should be in college.
He should still be in college. So therefore, I'm not gonna let nobody.
Because he played for the Lakers.
Did he make a decision to enter a man's league? Yeah. Where you gonna get criticized heavily?
But why are we, like you said, why are you
criticizing?
You get paid.
It's never happened in NBA history.
When it happened, but you get paid to perform.
Why are you?
Why is it always on him though? Why are you him though?
You get paid for us to criticize you too.
No, so
that's fine.
It's a part of the game in the business.
Name one second round you done criticized in preseason in NBA history. Not
this is the first.
In NBA history.
This is the first.
Why are you picking him as a first?
Record.
Why?
It's a record because you were the first father-son. That's why.
So you
enthusiasm.
You don't like this record?
So instead of
you don't like this record.
Let's praise it.
You don't like this record?
Why we not celebrating?
Back. You ain't like that record.
But let's praise it. Yeah, let's praise it though.
Why we not celebrating? Like I said, it's not like we're talking about.
We're praising the father's son.
We're not saying 1 and 1. Like these are the two first. We're not saying like he's a #1 pick in the draft and he's underperforming. Right? That's not the case. He's a second-round pick who's not going to get no minutes, who's not going to play. Why are you bashing for that?
Because that's not the narrative. The narrative is you're his son and they made moves to get you where you are.
What moves did they make? He was the 55th
They didn't make no moves.
pick.
Well,
it's not like they moved up in the draft to get him at 17.
It's not like they called teams and told him not to draft him.
Not to draft.
Bro, teams were going to draft.
Hold on, say that again. Not to draft, meaning he would have went a little bit earlier, right?
Meaning don't draft him.
Don't draft so if I'm calling you to not draft, you can't.
Why are you calling me not to draft?
So they don't draft my son.
Why?
Because I can play with my son.
So this is a part of the business you get criticized for. You can't say don't criticize me for being the second-round pick and underperforming, but then say give me praise because my dad moved mountains for me to be here.
Nobody said praise. No. Nobody's saying praise.
Wait. They did this.
You get nobody.
Listen, the man career as it stands is fragile because of where he got drafted. Mm-hmm. It's a fragile career as is. So why would I put my son in a different situation with a different organization to mess up his career, to throw him out there early for him to look bad, or to put him in a situation? No, we're not gonna do that.
All this
so
is bad.
Listen, I get it. Trust me. I've had to think about that. I would have moved mountains to get KJ if I still was in the league to have KJ play with me.
Exactly.
Move goddamn mountains to have that boy right there with me. No doubt about it. But the fact that he in the league, I'm like, even better. But the fact that these dudes playing together, or just in the league at the same time, but he was able to control the narratives. Listen, we understand where his skill set is. It's fragile right now. I'm not gonna send him to a bad organization where they gonna do Lord knows what with his. We're not gonna do that.
If we're gonna criticize your daddy, guess who's gonna get criticized too?
Nah, you
So,
leave
but that's what I'm saying.
out
Nah, let's be serious.
You got that show? Guess who gonna get criticized too?
So you'd rather pick on the 50.
What you mean? Everybody get criticized.
I'm saying you picking on the 50.
It's lineage.
Hey,
It's bloodline.
How about this?
Hey, your dad was picked on too, man. You used to get bullied.
Hey, let me. But
Ain't no different, my nigga. You gonna have to stick up for yourself. You gotta have to do some push-ups. You gotta have to do some push-ups. You gotta do something.
Hey, can anybody tell me what the #1 pick scored last night? How about the #2 pick?
I don't even know who he is. Who they are.
The #3 pick?
Alex R. Shepard, #3 pick.
I got a better one for you. How about the top 15? Anybody else in the lot?
No. So nobody knows nothing about the top 15 picks in the NBA. That is the problem here. That they're focused on the 55th pick in the NBA draft, and everybody else, the top 5 picks, get to go through the league like
Nothing happened.
Ooh, thank God. Hey, I know all of them over there like, ooh, thank God.
Ooh, thank God we got Bronny in our draft.
Thank God we got our draft.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact they doing that. That's
listen.
a fact they doing that. They like
Because if there's no Bronny, the kid from the Wizards would be called a bust today. Because if you take Bronny out, he will be last in preseason.
So he's worse than Bronny. If we thinking about
In theory,
the numbers.
Well, in theory, right now, the young kid over there will be considered, he's busting out right now. As a #2 pick in the draft, he's busting out. He's not, you're at the bottom with LeBron James' son. You're ranked in preseason, first 3 games, 493.
Damn.
93.
Damn.
We expect the last couple picks to be there.
Yeah, right.
Not you, sir.
Right.
On a team where you get to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Facts.
But that's not a narrative nobody wants to talk about.
If you giving us production we got to be critical on, and it's minimum production, it's gonna look nasty for you because you ain't had the maximum capacity to do the shit.
I've never.
That's all it is.
I've
It's like
never-
he's put in a position where he can't really outperform the expectation.
What expectation? He's the 55th
He's
pick.
LeBron James' son. You keep saying
you are
55th.
you guys are
That's where he got picked.
No, but that
You guys
ain't
are
why
put-
he got picked.
That's where he
But
got
that ain't
picked.
why he got picked,
But
Gil.
that's where he got
You're trying to
picked.
substitute 55th pick for LeBron James' son. You cannot do that. Stop doing that. Because he's LeBron James' son
What is
first.
that? That's his son.
First. Before the
That was the
55th. Before he got picked, 55th, he was LeBron James' son, who we said, don't pick him. Before 55, he was LeBron's son. That's the point.
It just reminds me of the narrative.
It ain't no knock on
You
him.
remember when they thought that they were going to pick him at the 17th pick? They're treating him like he actually got picked there. Like they just said, fuck it, we're going to pick our son at 17. Like he literally got picked at the end of the draft.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys just heard the audio, right? Rashad McCants, a clown, has all this energy for Bronnie James, but he doesn't have any energy for the rest of the picks in the NBA draft, right? This is why we kind of can't really take you guys seriously, because you guys aren't really, sports analysts, right? You just really aren't, I mean, there's a bevy of channels. I mean, you got guys out here complaining that, nobody takes them seriously in the sports media landscape. Well, why would they take you guys seriously? You guys don't talk about sports. You cover LeBron's balls, and now you cover Bronny's ass crack. That's what you guys cover. So no, big media, conglomerates aren't gonna invite you guys on their show. They're not gonna want to network and do any shows with you because you're not really in the space. You're a grifter, right? You're a grifter. And once LeBron is done, who is gonna be your next victim? Who are you then gonna, hate on once LeBron is done? That's what I'm interested to see, because LeBron's only got maybe a year or two left. What are you guys gonna do when LeBron leaves? Who are you guys gonna grift on after that? Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Jaylen Brown? It's got to be somebody dark skinned. It won't ever be a Redbone, right? So who is it going to be? Is it going to be Jaylen Brown? Is it going to be, I don't know, Anthony Edwards? You guys going to start hating on him? Like, I don't know. You know, we just got to wait and see, I guess. But right now, public enemy number one in the content space is LeBron James. That's who people use for, you know, content and clicks all day. And we just got to wait and see, man, once this man hangs it up, who they will start to hate on next. But yeah, like they said on Gil's Arena, man, I mean, hating on a 55th pick is diabolical work, man. We understand Bronny is not that good, but I mean, come on, man. Like, seriously, you know, I couldn't tell you who the 55th pick was in last year's draft, right? After about halfway through the first round, I'm out, man, because I'm not gonna know any of the other guys, you know, coming out. I'm just keeping it a buck. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this dude Rashad McCants, absolute clown, but you know, he's got a job to do. You know, he's there to be a clown, and he's doing that well. So I guess, you know, Gil's gonna keep him on the show. But yeah, you guys come into the comments, man, and let me know your thoughts on this particular topic, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.